Good evening, everybody. This is Sia with Black Petal Gardening. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I hope you find something interesting to observe. And if you've been with us for previous videos, welcome back. Absolutely love having you back to see what we're up to. Today is going to be kind of a just check-in sort of video. We're going to be looking at two of the Greenstalks just to see, what's going on. It's early August. How are things filling out? What's kind of dead and gone by? What needs to be harvested? And do we have any specific plans for other stuff? Now, right now, we are looking at the terracotta or orange Greenstalk, and you can see it is pretty lush. Our cosmos have gone insane. They are very big and all over the place and so pretty. Love it. I absolutely love it. The spoon tomato, which I have trimmed like a million times, is once again kind of all over the place as well. And to be fair, we really haven't been snacking on these too much. I think I've mentioned in previous videos I don't plan on doing spoon tomatoes again. They're cute, so nothing really against them, but for the application that we had them, in the Greenstalk, I feel like they became a little bit more of a liability than I was intending. Look at those, super cute. And I just feel like we would be better suited to plant something else rather than those. Whether I plant them somewhere else and have a different feeling about it, hard to say. At this point right now, I'm thinking not really, but there you go. Now, I did just finish doing a video where I harvested some strawberries, so we're just gonna put these right in there. All right, now then we can see here we've got dill in some varying stages to the point that we do have dill seed. Some of these are still getting to the dill seeds point. I have a little bit of dill that I would consider fresh dill for maybe pickling. It might be too far gone. Kind of hard to say. I love pickles. I absolutely love them. So when I turn the Greenstalk and the wind, rustles it, and then there's just that dill fragrance in the air. I love it. Absolutely love it. We have not done anything with this hot and spicy oregano. So it has definitely gone to flower, but we still have plans to get it dehydrated and preserved that way. But I just, with everything that's been going on at work and just life in general, I have not had the energy or time. Maybe saying I don't have the time is not correct. I just haven't had the motivation to set time to do that particular project, because we definitely have multiple herbs that need to be preserved. Like some of this Thai basil has gone to seed or gone to flower already, and I kind of missed it. I've heard that once it goes to flower, it can be kind of bitter, but I think we'll still go ahead and harvest at some point. And it's a little bit rough. It's very pretty, but I don't want to necessarily keep these. I think I'll just toss them in one of my mini debris things. And my hands Smells spicy. But yeah, we have got Thai basil, we have regular basil, we have some other kind of basil. I'm not sure which one this is, but it's gone pretty big. We have parsley that is just lush and beautiful. And all of these I want to get into the dehydrator and dry them, maybe make some powder out of some, leave some that are just, dried leaves, maybe condense them in some oil and put them in an ice cube tray or some kind of silicone container type thing so that I can have individual fresh herbs that are being preserved that way, and put those individual cubes or whatever it ends up being in the freezer as well. Maybe make some kind of a paste out of them. I don't know if that's something that people do. I know that folks do that with garlic, so I don't see why I couldn't, instead of just putting slightly crushed or maybe even just cut up leaves in some oil and freezing it, actually making a paste like you would the garlic, and just putting these all together in a food processor, add some oil, grind it up until it gets all smushy mush, and then put those in some kind of silicone thing and freeze. That might be a route that I go. Hard to say, but the bottom line is it takes action for that to actually get done, and I just haven't gotten to that point yet. We've had a lot of stuff going on with work that has taken much required precedence, and that's not going to be over for a little bit. Our peppers are starting to get some more shishitos back in, but again, they're not the quality and size that they were last year, which is concerning and disappointing. I had the same problem with my other ones that I got, and we got them all at the same place, so there is a possibility that it was just the plants. It could be that the Greenstalks that we have these in they have sun, like 14 hours a day. It feels like it's probably not quite, well, no, maybe 14 hours a day, maybe a little more. And last year I had the Greenstalk over by the side of the house, so it did get some shade and had less direct sunlight, and maybe that's what helped them be prolific and of good size. Same thing with the sweet banana peppers. Our mammoth jalapenos, once again, still not mammoth. These are a late growth. This is the Space Master. Cucumber. I was able to harvest one cucumber off of it so far. Haven't really seen much of anything else being available. No flowers or whatever, so we'll have to see. We've got some of the patio tomatoes, or I think that's which ones these are. It's kind of hard to see with the size that this has gotten to. I have no idea where the little tag is. Oh, there it is. This is actually Hannah's Prize. It's a dwarf tomato. So tomatoes and Greenstalks work out. These are our Walla Walla onions. They're not huge, but they've obviously bulbed up, and they're getting to the point where they're gonna start flopping, and we can go ahead and harvest. Beans, got flowers. The lotus red is getting very prolific and all over the place, but they haven't flowered yet. So I don't know if that's ever gonna happen. But there we go. That is Greenstalk number 1. Oh, and I forgot to swing this around, show, we've got our now coriander, because we've got the cilantro that has gone to seed, and we need to harvest these as well. Okay. And look at this. I am actually incredibly impressed with myself because I have had the absolute worst luck with bell peppers, and this has actually grown to a reasonable size. Now, these are supposed to be golden summer bell peppers, so I think they're supposed to actually get to a yellow color. So we'll probably leave it in place, at least for now, and see what happens. Back here, we've also got some bell peppers. These have not gotten very big, but they are a purple. So we've at least got the coloring is coming in, and got new growth and stuff. Some more to come there. And oh, this is also that summer one. We've got these, which is the Cajun Bell. So we have some stuff ready to harvest there. And since the peppers are kind of Scott's thing, I've been telling him that that's his responsibility. He has to make sure he's getting the harvest done on those. The Tabasco is taking forever to do anything. But there's a little bit of growth. We've got some more Walla Walla onions. We've got more dill that's going to seed. Down here is, what is this? Is this more oregano? No, this is dwarf marjoram. So definitely going to need to do something with those. And then I think these are our spicy bell. Oh, this popped off. Sweet heat pepper. Okay. Then over here, this is the yerba buena. So stuff you can make tea with. It has gotten quite long. And it still smells very, very good. Scott needs to do something with those. This is that, okay, come on. Goodness gracious. Is that spinach that I decided to grow. It was something that I purchased on a whim because it had these little seed pods. And I just thought that was kind of neat to have a spinach that has little berries. At the same time, I did mention that you shouldn't eat a lot of them at one time because there's a little bit of toxicity to them. And so it was probably, in the long run, a poor choice of me deciding to go forward with that, or even purchasing them in the first place. I want to make sure that they do not go to seed and do not establish themselves in my yard as well. So I've been trying to make sure I pluck those. I'm not a huge fan of spinach in general, but some of these we should probably harvest and eat in a salad. Not these ones that have gotten all yellow and old, but some of this other stuff, just so it's not wasted. Though honestly, I don't really consider it wasted if I've grown it. There's something to be said for just enjoying the beauty of a plant, even if you're not harvesting something from it. At least that's kind of the way I look at it. We do have this Anaheim chili, which, oh, there's a chili. It's been kind of slow to go. I think we had one chili that got to maturity. It was a decent size. Scott used it for some breakfast thing. We've got these mini bells, which are doing all right. This one is a patio tomato. Look at that. We've got some beautiful looking tomatoes here, which I have done no trimming. I have trimmed quite a bit of our other tomatoes, but these patio ones and that dwarf one, no trimming so far. mostly because I figure it's going to be small anyway, and I don't want to hamper production or anything like that. Okay, another Walla Walla onion. Our nasturtiums are still going strong. Yes, we've had some dieback, but we've got, some nice new green leaves. We've got some very pretty flowers still. As long as you keep it watered, as far as I can tell. And I'm not an expert. This is the first year that I've grown these. So maybe what I'm saying here is a lie, but it seems like you can keep it going, late into the season, as long as you're, giving it adequate watering and feeding it as needed. The thing that's taken over here, which I did plant on purpose, but I did not have any frame of reference for it because I've never grown one, is this pole bean. It's a Kentucky Wonder, I think is what it's called, and it's all over the place. We've got some beans here. I don't know if there's like a certain time, a certain size that you should be harvesting them at. Because again, not really exactly something I've had before, but they seem quite large. That's very interesting. So I think we're going to have to come through and do another bean harvest. We've got our Swiss chard back here, which amazingly doesn't look like it has any of the, oh no, I spoke too soon. These ones have that leaf damage that I'd been seeing previously, but that's really the only one. And that to me is amazing because previously, earlier in the year, it seemed like every single one of them had something going on with it. We have our basil back here looking very lush and healthy. And there must be some dill. Yep, we've got dill over here. Keep getting whiffs of that. All right. And down below we do have a couple of carrots. These are one of the few things that I've grown from seed in this particular Greenstalk that it's still alive, still doing stuff. The nasturtiums are another one, and I mean, if you want to count the Walla Walla onions, those weren't from seed, but they were from little mini plants. So I'm not going to count that, but I think that might be it. Oh, and our dill. The dill definitely was from seed. Everything else, we planted stuff out. It either did not germinate or it died very, very quickly afterwards, and we replaced with starts. And disappointing as that is, in the long run, it ends up working out because look at what we're able to harvest. Okay, so we already looked at the strawberry and bean Greenstalk, so I think that will be it for today as far as kind of seeing where life is in the Greenstalk world here at Black Petal Gardening. All right, so thank you for coming along. Always appreciate when you guys take your free time to see what's going on in our little piece of paradise, which I do consider a piece of paradise. And I know your time is precious, so thank you. If you have any feedback, suggestions, our comment area is open. Please consider dropping a note below. We do read all of those. And of course, have a marvelous evening. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.